Good evening, OPOS stars. We'll be talking about how to feed a large quantity of people during disasters. Now, the cyclone is devastating parts of West Bengal and Odisha. In emergency situations like this, or when you just come home from a trip, you want to feed hot food to a lot of people. How do you do it? Let me start the stopwatch and get going on this. The best way to do that is soup. Okay, so take whatever you like, whatever vegetables you have, whatever starches you have, whatever protein you have, and convert everything into a soup. So the soup is the best way to stretch food to feed a very large crowd. You can feed an incredibly large amount of people with a very limited amount of food. So I'll assume I have just a couple of vegetables, carrots and beans. This would be for the micronutrients. Then we'll add some kind of a starch or a mix of starches. The theme is so flexible, you can add almost anything. Just doesn't matter. So this will be our micronutrients. The vegetables you add just do not matter. Anything goes. And some chilies to spice it up. Now you need to add some kind of a protein. If you have, let's say, paneer, cut into small bits, throw it in. Or this is fried moong dal, which is again a source of protein. So add a bit of it if you like. Now for the starch, you can mix in poha, any kind of a poha. You can mix in semia, this is roasted semia. You can throw in some oats. You can mix in some pasta. Anything goes. And you just add some spices. I'm going to add half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of garam masala, half a teaspoon of salt. That's all it takes. Now you just need to cover this with water. Just cover the whole mass with water. Cook on high for a couple of whistles. The vegetables might get slightly overcooked since the cooking time would cross around 5 minutes, but that's a small price to pay to feed a lot of people. Now what we have here can be easily stretched to make a restaurant sized bowl of soup for something like 10-20 people. All you have to do is open, dilute with more water, add some salt and pepper, crack in a few eggs, and just stretch it out. So this is just starch, protein and micronutrients suspended in a large quantity of water. The starches also serve the purpose of thickening the soup. And even if the soup is not thick, it's perfectly good to serve. As long as it is hot and spicy, it's always comforting. Now to spice the soup, you can mix in some soya sauce even after cooking. You can mix in some chili sauce. You can mix in some vinegar. You can mix in some tomato ketchup. You can mix in some ginger garlic paste. You can mix in some ready-made curry pastes. This is puliyodare. Mix. This is a spice paste. You can just mix it in to add a sour and a spicy note to the soup. The brilliance of the soup theme is its flexibility. It can accommodate virtually anything you throw in. Now we're going to make it more protein packed by cracking in a couple of eggs. Eggs also dramatically thicken the soup. So just mix it, make a large quantity of soup, dilute it heavily, mix in some beaten eggs, and you have a thick soup. These would be an ideal way to feed yourself while you're traveling, while you're camping, while you're in a hotel room. A bowl of good hot soup is all you need to lift the moods up. I can't think of a faster way and a better way to feed a large bunch of people in less than 10 minutes or so. So what we have here, do not be mistaken by the size, what we have here is comfort food for 8 to 10 people. We just need to stretch it a bit. That's one. That's two. I'll just switch it off. If I release the pressure right now, there will be spewing because we have had too much of water. We have added too much of water now. See? So you can either try to release it right away or just wait for a couple of minutes for it to settle. Let me show you the different combinations that can be made with this. Okay, see? There you go. The pasta might look a bit undercooked, but don't worry, it will cook perfectly in the retained heat. Now we can serve it as it is or you can add in more flavor if you like. You can mix in some kasuri methi to make it a methi version. You can mix in some beaten egg. Just look at the soup dramatically thickening. If you want further thickening, you can mix in thin poha. Now this is thin poha, it just dissolves in the soup and thickens it instantly. Now it has become a porridge and you can thin it out. You can mix in cream or milk if you like. To make a creamy version. So each of this would change the taste, look and texture of the soup. Look at that. It has become a cream of vegetable soup now. You can mix in a bit of soy sauce to make it a Chinese variant. See the soup dramatically changing color. You can mix in a bit of vinegar for a bite, and to stretch it, you can mix in a bit of chili sauce. The combinations are endless. You can mix in a bit of tomato ketchup. You can also mix in bottle tadka. This is bottle tadka. And the soup is very thick right now. You can stretch it out to as much as you want. Just mix in more water, more stock, and adjust salt and seasoning accordingly. Some bit of more salt, some more pepper powder, and there you go. This is 1.5 liters of soup exactly. Can comfortably feed around 6 to 8 people. You can stretch it out. You can stretch it out even further to feed 15 people if you like. Do try this out with your favorite combinations. You can use anything. Any kind of meat, any kind of seafood, any kind of sauces, any kind of vegetables. You just can't go wrong with this theme. Think in terms of starch, protein and carbohydrates. And just combine them all into a soup. Please try this out and post your validations. Thank you very much.